Posted on the corner with Incognito and your good sis, DJ Mrs. I have the original princess of crunk and B, a R&B veteran, a wife, a mother, a sister, everything all around. Just a queen. Ciara. Ciara.
I'm posted on the corner. I'm posted on the corner.
Hey.
How you feeling, my love?
I'm feeling fantastic,
We
man.
talking about this 8th studio album.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the blessing on being on the 8th album when people don't even make it past that number 1.
Honestly, this is really, I'm beyond grateful. You know, I do my life in chapters, and, you know, this chapter for me is the chapter of gratitude. And I'm just so grateful that, you know, I get to do, I'm on my 8th album, and that I had the same excitement and passion and joy that I had as a little girl when I first started.
Right.
Still. And that the people show up for me the same way they did. You know, I mean, this is an exciting time. You know, CiCi is my nickname.
Yes.
So, you know, in Atlanta especially, when I run into people, they be like, hey, CiCi.
Hey, CiCi.
And it feels really personal.
Right.
You know, so for me, the relationship I've had with my fans is so significant because I really would not be where I am today if it wasn't for my fans. So this CiCi album just embodies and represents all of that goodness.
Yes.
And for me, you know, kind of wraps up my gratitude in a bow for my fans.
I love that.
Yeah.
I was thinking, like, even what you said with the CiCi, it's like, you are our big cousin. I can't lie. You know, that's what the vibes give. Like, that's the cousin we always want to kick it with. So, the song that you have with Tyga, you are a Georgia peach through and through.
Yes, ma'am.
But you got in your Cali girl bag.
That was my West Coast bag.
So,
you know,
tell us about
went
that
to
record.
the West Coast.
Tell us about that record.
Dance With Me is such a fun, feel-good record. And I got to shout out Tyga because he's just such an amazing soul.
Yes.
And, you know, it was just... You know, it's really honestly, like I said, feel good, which a lot of this project is about feel good energy. And it is, you know, on the West Coast tip. You know, shout out to Russell Westbrook as well for jamming out with your girl. That was a big moment, you know, for me because I've always wanted to like have a dance moment with him because he always like sauces it up before a game. And it goes super viral. And I'm like, he gets it. He gets dance. So between him and Tyga, or between Tyga and him, you know, it was just an incredible energy on set. And I also like that I got to, you know, challenge myself because dancing wise, like, you know, CiCi would always like, I can always walk, you know what I'm saying? But still, I wanted to make sure I was like really respecting the art of dance, especially as it pertains to the West Coast and what all that is. And like some of the dance moves I've never done in the video before, you know, they were, so it was really like me tapping into that West Coast energy, which I've always wanted to do. And so, yeah, no, it was amazing. I'm so happy I did. And yeah, it's incredible.
That's dope. So the first record on the album Made It. I expressed to you how that record made me feel.
Yeah.
So talk about the process of writing that record, Made It.
Yeah, on Made It, shout out to my boy Tehran. We did that song together, which we did a great bit of the songs on my album together. But, you know, Made It really was speaking to my journey, you know, and, you know, the journey is not the easiest, you know, and there's some things that happen in your life where you go, okay, I think I might have made it, you know, a little bit. And so there's also things like, for example, like I say, you know, not having to worry about bills, you know. Now, listen, we got to stay grinding, okay? We can never get comfortable. Yeah, but, you know, that kind of thing, you know, is a blessing. And then obviously, sometimes too, you gotta cut some people off. You gotta make changes. And I say that in the hook. And I've had to do that along the way, and that's not the easiest.
Not at all.
But sometimes so necessary. Like I would say, drop the dead weight. And so I've had those moments, right? I've had big girl moments, you know, just everything that I've gone through, a lot of that was reflected and captured in this song. And it's super feel good, you know, and it's a slower song, but the perfect pace for me to tell my story.
Definitely.
You know? So that's why I kicked the album off like that. I never like kicking off the album with a slower song.
That's what when I was listening,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is different for Ciara. Because,
Yeah, yeah.
we get your ballads toward the end, maybe a little bit in the middle. But, you
Yeah.
start us off crunk,
I'm like,
baby.
we go turn it
Right.
up. Okay.
So,
yeah.
you have always carried yourself with such grace. But I want to know, when do you feel most yourself, especially when you're off the stage?
I feel most myself when I'm at home with my family.
Come on now.
Yeah, I think being with my babies
Mm-hmm.
and Russ, because I can really be myself, you know, and there's no judgment, although kids do keep it real. They be
Every
saying
time.
what they really think, you know. But I
Kids
know it's
don't
my
got no
place of
filter.
love. No. I love when I'm at home with my family. I feel like I'm my truest self in that moment, or like I can just be fully me and comfortable.
Right.
Yeah.
True to you.
Yeah.
I love that. So, a lot of us grew up with you. What's a song from your catalog that you feel like is one of your most personal diary entries?
Most personal. There's a few songs. I would say a song like "And I" when I was little. My little heart was crushed.
Come on.
Then I was like poured my heart into the song, and that was beautiful. It's funny when you see people like 21 Savage singing your song out loud.
It's a classic.
Yes. Promise, actually, believe it or not, was written for me going through a relationship transition. And, that was me envisioning, the future, like, the guy that's going to come into my life,
Yeah.
At that age. And you're so young, so you're like, you don't know what you be talking about all the way, but you're like, there's nothing I won't do.
Right.
That imaginary guy,
Whole time in 6 months he gone.
Yes. Oh, my gosh.
So I love the recent interview you did with your baby girl.
CiCi Mama.
Yes, OMG. So when they hear your music, or when they heard this album, how did they react?
Oh my gosh, my kids loved this project. CiCi, she be sassafras, and she don't need to. I don't even know. I'd never played them ecstasy, but some way, somehow, they've heard the song.
They go Google Mommy.
Okay. Okay, but they do. They love the whole project. Dance With Me, they like that song. Be Right Back, they love that song. Future was doing this little.
Yep.
Be right back.
I was just
It's like a little Jersey
doing
dance thing. They do, yeah, exactly, all that too.
Yeah.
They love that song. They like Future. Also, I played him Infinite Imagination. See, he was in the. I sometimes he be on his thing. He don't really be trying to check in what mom do. He's at this stage where he's kind of like,
He too cool for school.
yeah, like everything I do is kind of like I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm like, when we enter this phase,
Right.
like.
He started thinking.
But I had him play. Yeah, I'm like, wait, you know
hold on,
who Mama is?
Mama is CIARA.
Come on. No, but I played Infinite Imaginations when I was recording it. He loved it. They love the whole album though. BRB Winning. They love Winning. That's a good one. They love the whole project. It's so good.
What does that make you feel like to know that your kids really not only, of course, love you as the mom, but they love you as an artist?
It's the best feeling because, when you see how your kids look up to you and they try to emulate you, that's like one of the greatest signs that you're doing something that's good, or that makes them feel, a special way or inspired.
For sure.
So for me, it's really special, to see how they, love what I do and they're into it and they're so supportive and they sing along my songs.
Yes.
It's really cute. And they say, that's mommy. It's a different thing,
Right.
Yeah, because only they can say that.
Right.
So that's really special, So it's really cute.
I love that. So over the years, you have changed so much. Of course, we've watched you grow up. What inspired you to embrace change instead of fearing it?
I think change is uncomfortable, and I don't like being uncomfortable. So I'm like, how quickly do I get out of being uncomfortable?
Right.
And I think that I just got into a place in my life where I also learned that vulnerability is a form of strength.
Talk about it.
And change is where a lot of good things happen. So I allow myself to be vulnerable. I allow myself to run towards my fears versus, running away from them, because I think the more you run away from things, the longer you prolong the recovery or the healing process of whatever it is, whether it's relationship or something's happened in your life that you're not comfortable with, or you don't, that is giving you a hard time or is pulling you back. You got to run towards it. The quicker you run towards it, the quicker you can get through it.
Right.
So change is a good thing. You got to make changes in life sometimes. Like Made It is the perfect example.
For sure.
You asked me earlier about like the personal songs. Made It is definitely a personal song for me. There's also a song on my album called Love Me Out, LMOL, which is very personal too. But no, I think that when it comes to changes though, changes are good.
Definitely.
I would encourage someone to embrace change and make changes as quick as possible when you need to. Okay? Make the changes.
Y'all heard CiCi.
Yeah, make that change.
Make that change.
Like MJ said, make that change.
Okay, so, as an artist, you have broke boundaries with dances, visuals, music videos, all of that good stuff. So, do you feel like the body tells stories that lyrics cannot?
Body tells stories that lyrics cannot.
With you being so in love with dancing.
I would say, I guess so, but I don't know. I think they both like go hand in hand. Like the body can sometimes talk in a way that only the body can. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what makes it so complimentary when you match up a good song and a dance. It's like, it's just magical. Because sometimes lyrics may say one thing, but the body starts to move a certain way, and then something really cool starts to happen.
Right. And it gives a different feeling.
Yeah,
that's cool. So what was a creative process that you had to go through that you were scared to go through? Like, I don't know if this is going to work, but it ended up working for you. What was a moment for you in your career that happened?
I don't know if I've ever been scared, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I'm trying to think that through. I feel like, honestly, with all of my choices that I've made, I'm trying to think. I'm sure I've been like, are people going to like it?
Right.
Yeah, so I've had that. Well, people like this moment. Let me see here. I've always believed in my songs that I put out. But it's another thing when you believe and you're like, will they like it?
Like, do y'all like it?
Yeah.
Right.
So, and a good example for me would be a song like Level Up. Because I really believed in that song. Like, I believed it was going to be special. But I'm like, it was my first independent release as an independent artist and label. And I'm like, will they like it though?
Right.
And then they loved it.
I was about to say, we ate it up. We ate it up.
Yeah, that was cool.
So most fans, we look at you as a symbol of resilience. You have been transparent with us about things that you have been through personally. And I want to know, what does resilience look like for you, especially when you're going through it privately?
Resilience, man, is it's definitely standing tall. Especially when you feel small.
Hello.
I wanted to rhyme. But it's true, resilience to me is getting back up. It is standing proud in what you believe in when it comes to, yourself. Resilience is, pushing through when it's hard sometimes, It's not giving up. It's keeping your faith. It's all those things to me. Sure. Not backing down. I think that's important. And then you said what resilience looks like, and then would you ask about a moment or something like that? Or, yeah, I would just say like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I've had many moments where I've had to like
push through.
Yeah, and like find and tap into resilience, and like you're always so proud when you do that, and it's always worth it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what's some advice that you have for women, especially the wives, the mothers that have dreams that they want to accomplish, but they look like, I got this life over here. And, a lot of women, they forget about themselves in that process.
Oh, my gosh. It's so easy to for me, to be honest with you, I do believe in self-love. I think it's one of the best loves we could give ourselves, right? And sometimes I am like second and third place,
Yeah.
fourth place in my world, probably more often than not.
Right.
And I think that it's all about like resetting, you know, like I was just thinking to myself, like, I need to get a facial. Like I haven't done that in years, believe it or not. Now I have my skincare line, OAM Skin, so I've been able to do some fun stuff through that. But to go and get a proper microderm, I'm like, it's time. So we got to pencil in time for us. Like I would encourage people and women, especially, to pencil in time for yourself, because if I don't take care of me, then the rest of the environment is not going to be as good as it can be. So I am constantly trying to like make sure I'm like, hey, what can I do for myself? You know, I don't always get it right, but I am very mindful of like, okay, I need something for me. And sometimes it can be simple as like sitting in a bathtub, you know, a few 30 minutes.
Just quiet.
Yeah, you know, just letting the mind think.
Right.
You know, sometimes that is like very therapeutic. But like find those, I think when you're someone like myself or like, you know, have multiple kids, you know, if you're someone that's out there like on the grind, sometimes your self-time is not the longest amount of time, but
Talk about it.
those quick 30 minutes can make a difference.
They go far. So you speak about love as a power source. Do you think love has transformed your music, or has music transformed your way of love?
I think that love has transformed my music.
I agree.
You know? Yeah, thank you. For sure. I think that when you experience, you know, love in a certain kind of way, naturally you get inspired by it, and you want to write about it. You want to sing to the mountaintops.
Come on now.
You know, it's yeah, it's a blessing. So I think that, you know, I say like in my marriage, but in my relationship, you know, I say I'm a better woman because of Russ. Right? But his love that pours through me every day, like even on our not so perfect days, his love is consistent.
Right.
And that consistency is very powerful, you know? So there's something about that, you know, you're one.
Put a little funk in your
extra little
step.
yeah, a little pep. Your pep in the step. You know, it's really
That's
sweet.
right. That's a beautiful thing. So when was a moment in your career that the universe has given you a second chance, and how did you take it?
Man, I think I've had I want to say many, but I've definitely had a few second chances. The universe has given me a second chance. That's a big question.
Because a lot of people don't even realize when they get the second chance.
Yeah, I think a second chance probably, I don't know, I'm trying to think if it's business or personal related, because, I mean, I've gone through some things, but I don't know if I feel like it's so dramatic that it's like, you know, it's so crazy. Sometimes when you go through stuff, like I'm so focused on joy, I think I forget the pain of things sometimes.
Right?
I really do.
I was actually just talking to my sister about that yesterday. Like, you don't really talk enough about once you get over something.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, y'all. I never want to hear C talk about it again, baby. I made it through.
Yeah. I don't know. I would think there's definitely been a point along the way in my career where like things didn't work out, you know, exactly how I envisioned them to. And, you know, I've had moments where I didn't see eye to eye with systems that I was signed to, or, you know, teams that I may have been working with. Maybe some people on the team, though. I've had some great team members for sure over the years, but just holistically, you know, it's been a journey. And I think that, you know, sometimes you're going to fall. Like I've failed, you know, before, and I know I'm going to have moments. I'm not going to speak life into that, but it's just the way of life. But I think God is so good because he gives you another opportunity to, you know, to keep it going, to stay on the mission.
For sure.
And I think what you have to remember when you go through things is that failure is a part of the successful process, right? Like, you think that when you envision your dream and you dream so big, you know, for this beautiful vision that you see life to be when you get there, but you don't know that there's going to be some failures along the way. You're going to have hardships.
Yep.
You're going to be betrayed, you know, you're going to be, you're going to have some moments where it's like disappointing, but that's a part of the beautiful story Like that's storytelling, you
Yeah.
know? So it's like just simply embracing those moments. But I don't know. I think God has definitely showed it for me in such a big way. Like I'm going to keep on praising him and giving him all the glory.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
So when your kids grow older and they study your journey and, you know, they want to go and finally do their research on you, what do you want them to take away from the woman that you are and who you grew to be?
I hope my kids be like, my mom was the hardest working woman.
Okay.
And she was very, she was a woman of faith, and she was a woman that loved to serve. I hope that they get inspired to serve when they see mommy. It's like, I love giving back. I love impacting where I can. So I hope that they look at mommy and be like, mommy was about that life,
Period.
you know, and anything she put her mind to, she got it done. So I can do the same.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
If you can go back in time and talk to 16-year-old CiCi before goodies got the popping, what is a blessing that you have to give her, and what is also a warning that you have to give her?
I would tell her, you know, I've always said this, you know, run your race at your own pace. But just patience is everything. Like everything you want to happen for you is going to happen for you exactly when it's supposed to. So don't you start to worry too much. Just like be you, be confident in you, trust the process, you know. And then what was your second question?
What's the warning you got for little sis?
The warning is like, not everybody is going to be sincere in their intentions. They're not going to, you know, just guard your heart. And not saying in relationships, but in general, like,
Period.
especially in our industry growing up, it is a very shrewd industry. And it's survival of the fittest around here. Like, it's not cut for the weak. Or, you know, and so I would say that, you know, just be mindful. Not everyone is going to have the best intentions for you. So keep your eyes open at all times.
I know that's right. So before we wrap up, I have to give you your flowers. I honestly appreciate you for always being you. You came on the scene and it was literally like, who is this girl? Who is this girl doing the Matrix, making us dance, making us feel it? I appreciate you, Ciara, for all the good energy that you put out there over these years, the love that you put out there over these years. Every time you speak, it's with grace. I've never heard you speak negatively about anybody. I've never heard you say anything nasty. I respect that about you through and through. You are a very respectable, loving, beautiful, successful woman. And I am so proud of you. And I could just imagine what my generation and the ones under me and the ones before me, we love you and we appreciate you and thank you for not giving up on yourself, not giving up on the industry, not giving up on this music, just solely being you through and through.
Oh, I appreciate you.
I'm very appreciative of you, CiCi.
So much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that was really amazing and so sweet.
Of course.
I'm glad I saw you today.
Yes. So y'all go stream CiCi. It's out now. Y'all go turn my girl up. Okay, period. You posted on the corner.
Posted on the corner. On the corner. On the corner. On the corner.